the worst thing someone's accused you of? I was 8 months pregnant when my sister-in-law Sandra reported me to the police for trafficking my unborn baby, all because we chose a name that shattered her unprocessed grief. At my baby shower, my husband and I announced our son would be James Patrick. James after my grandfather, Patrick after my husband's brother who died in Afghanistan. Sandra's face went white. She pulled me aside, voice shaking. Where did you get that name? How did you know about James Patrick? I showed her the framed photos, explained everything, but she kept asking, how did you know? She left without touching the cake, blocked us on everything. 2 weeks later, police kicked down our door at 5 a.m., weapons drawn. Sandra had reported us to the Crimes Against Children unit, claiming we were selling our baby using a stolen identity. They separated us immediately. My husband dragged out in handcuffs while I screamed. I ended up handcuffed to a hospital bed for the baby's protection. Officer Mills sat across from me, gun visible, slamming down a folder. James Patrick Murphy, 6 years old, Michigan. Your sister-in-law documented your obsession with this child. I tried to explain, but he cut me off. These marketplace posts selling duplicate packages, that's code for twin babies. Your husband already confessed, said it was all your idea. Then the pain hit. Sharp, stabbing, unbearable. Something's wrong with the baby. Mills scoffed. Convenient timing. Stop moving or we'll add resisting arrest. The nurse checked anyway and gasped. She's hemorrhaging. Placental abruption. Get Dr. Blake now. Dr. Blake ran in, saw the blood, went white. We could lose them both, but Mills blocked the door. She's in custody. She stays here. 20 minutes of him arguing protocol while I bled out, my baby suffocating inside me. Finally, hospital administration threatened to report him for attempted murder, and they wheeled me to surgery. I woke up to learn my son was alive, but in the NICU with a no-contact order. CPS had taken custody. When I asked to see him, they said I never would, that I was going to prison for life. My milk came in with no baby to feed. I stood in the shower expressing milk down the drain, sobbing until I threw up. 3 days later, my mother-in-law called, crying so hard I could barely understand. Sandra had a miscarriage 4 years ago at 5 months. She'd already picked the name James Patrick. Sandra never got help, just pretended it never happened. When she heard us say that name at the shower, something broke. She thought we'd stolen her dead baby's identity on purpose. Our lawyer found Sandra's old social media posts about baby James Patrick from 4 years ago, hospital records from the miscarriage, even notebooks where Sandra had documented our trafficking scheme, photos of our house she'd taken secretly for months. But the prosecutor refused to drop charges. We have to investigate fully when children are involved. Then the bills started. $18,000 for emergency surgery, $12,000 for NICU care. Insurance denied everything, citing the criminal investigation. My husband got fired. We were drowning. Weeks passed in supervised visits where my own son didn't recognize me, where CPS documented that we failed to bond. Then our lawyer found something that changed everything. A NICU nurse had recorded Mills during my emergency. His voice, clear as day. I know the trafficking charges are bullshit, but once we started this, we can't back down without looking stupid. He laughed about how we'd never see our baby grow up. The prosecutor went pale listening to that recording. Within 2 hours, federal agents arrested Mills. His partner Lee immediately asked for a deal, admitted Mills had altered the police report after the fact, added fake details to Sandra's complaint. All charges against us dropped with prejudice that same day. The judge ordered James returned immediately. When the foster mom brought him home at 7:45 p.m., he was 5 months old and didn't know us. He turned away when I tried to kiss him, reached back for her as she left. Mills got 18 months in federal prison. We settled our civil lawsuit for $1.2 million. The hospital created James's Law, requiring officers to defer to medical staff during emergencies. Sandra sent an apology from her treatment facility. 3 shaky words. I'm so sorry. A year later at James's first birthday party, my husband came home with a job offer from someone who'd followed our case online. The NICU nurse who'd saved that recording got her whistleblower settlement and enrolled in nursing school. We testified before the state legislature, and 3 bills passed based on what happened to us. I got pregnant again with a girl we named Hope. Same hospital, completely different delivery. No handcuffs, no officers, just celebration. James is hitting all his milestones perfectly now. No signs of trauma. He'll never remember those 5 months in foster care, but we'll remember for him. We keep every document in a box in our closet because someday he'll be old enough to know his story, how his name almost cost us everything, and how we fought through hell to bring him home. Retry.